Hello, you're most welcome to Business Stories on Business Television Africa. My name is Anna Maria Nyame. Coming up, BTA finds out how some innovative and young entrepreneurs are working hard to promote Ghanaian textile designs. The Electricity Company of Ghana, ECG, owes the Ghana Grid Company Limited, GRIDCO, in excess of 160 million Ghana cedis. And finally, the Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS, has failed to sign the controversial Economic Partnership Agreement, EPA, with the European Union, EU. The Ghanaian local textile industry has persistently faced extreme competition from fake pirated designs from China. Despite this challenge, however, some innovative and young entrepreneurs with the zeal to sustain the industry have continued to promote Ghanaian textile designs and come out with beautiful products for the market. BTA News witnessed the ongoing second fashionista exhibition at the Accra Trade Fair Center.
The just-ended second fashionista exhibition at the Accra Trade Fair Center witnessed the display of beautifully made bags, shorts, dresses, shoes, beads, among others, using Ghanaian textiles. It has bright colors, hence a large variety to choose from. Some of them a blend of textiles and foreign materials such as silk and lycra. The area of works exhibited amazingly was not only from indigenous Ghanaians but foreigners in the country. Even though the textile industry in Ghana is currently facing a number of challenges, those young entrepreneurs are promoting the industry in their own small ways as they sell not only to Ghanaian markets but outside the country.
I sent some of my things to my mom in Greece, and people like it because of the colors. Most of the African prints have really good colors. I mainly stitch African prints with chiffon and lycra, and so far it's been amazing. And I see everybody that comes around is looking for something that has a little bit of African prints in it. It's going, for me, it's even going faster than the ones that don't have prints. So I would say yeah, it is. African prints has good colors, good color combinations. You can mix it with a lot of things. So I don't think it's a one-day thing. I can't say that it's going to last forever, but I think it's going to be there for quite some time.
It seems everybody is falling in love with African prints and the accessories that we have. But the main problem and challenges we are having is people going to China to do extra print. That's duplicating what we have. It's making things become more difficult for designers and the fashion industry in Ghana. That's what the main problem we're experiencing now. Looking at what we have, it's quite exclusive. You wouldn't see this anywhere. Currently, we sell in Ghana and Italy. That's where we have most of our customers. And the fair has been so far so good. People are coming in to patronize what we have because of the exclusivity of the shorts that we have.
It's actually really comfortable because as you were saying, sometimes we wear suits and stuff to work. It may be really hot in Ghana and in Africa. We are in the tropical zone. So things like this, the cotton fabrics, they are easy to wear, so trendy, so beautiful. And I think it's really great that people are patronizing it right now. Yeah, African prints have been there for as long as I can remember. Okay, I was born with African prints there, but then right now, it's like Africa is gaining more popularity and people are paying attention to us. So I think that it's going to stay on for a while. It's going to be here for a while. Just as it has been there earlier, now the awareness is there, I think it's going to stay on longer and greater.
Despite it being a lucrative venture, Damaris says the business comes with its own challenges, but cautioned up and coming designers to be more creative and others to be able to compete with their foreign counterparts.
Yes, it's everywhere, and it depends on how you really put it together to make it sell. The whole point is to patronize what we have here, which is the African print, but then be able to sew it into something that both cultures would appreciate. When you're in Ghana, you can appreciate it. When you're overseas, you can, because we know that people overseas don't really like too much color and too much patterns. They like simple things. So you should be able to combine both. And in my opinion, I think it will stay for a while. But if we're not careful and we overdo it and we don't come up with new ideas to really make it stand out, even internationally, people are going to forget about it after some time.
The textile revolution is here to stay, and Ghanaians should patronize this wares more, as it seems the West have embraced it more than its owners. Afia Boache reporting for BTA News.
The Electricity Company of Ghana, ECG, owes the Ghana Grid Company Limited, GridCo, in excess of 160 million Ghana cedis. Mr. Bernard Justice Tekpo, chairman of the Senior Staff Association of the company, disclosed this at an opening on their second biennial congress at Abesim near Sunyani. The two-day congress on the theme Delivering Quality Electricity Services in a Challenging Tariff Regime was attended by 120 delegates made up of engineers, technicians, human resource personnel, and accountants. It aimed at reflecting on challenges facing the company as partners in corporate governance.
According to the chairman of the Senior Staff Association, Bernard Justice Tekpo, the quest by the company to deliver quality, efficient and reliable electricity services to customers has become more challenging because of the rapid increase in the capacity and size of the transmission network. He said the situation has therefore compelled management to restructure the company's operations in an effort to speed up response and reduce turnaround time by decentralizing authority and material supplies. The operations and maintenance of the network has been divided into northern and southern networks and the separate directorates, besides the creation of two new operational areas, Prestia and Techiman, he added. Bernard Justice Tekpo said, power generation, transmission and distribution were commercial activities like any other manufacturing or service product. He, however, expressed regrets that transmission losses within the network, which were still averaging about 4.5% annually, had been a major financial drain on GridCo for 2013.
The Ghana government, through the Ministry of Communication and with support from the Rockefeller Foundation, is to set up a massive data center in Accra to offer technological skills to unemployed youths. The Director for IT-enabled services at the Ministry of Communications, Al-Hassan Umar, confirmed that the first part of the project, after the grant from Rockefeller Foundation and the World Bank, will be set up at the data center in Accra. This follows the Communication Ministry receipt of financial assistance from the World Bank and most recently the Rockefeller Foundation to upgrade ICT infrastructure. The Rockefeller Foundation and the World Bank announced a $3.8 grant to the Ghanaian government to support the establishment of world-class facility that will attract IT and IT-enabled firms, including business process outsourcing (BPO) firms to Ghana, and creates jobs for the Ghanaian youth. Umar said in an interview that the project is expected to be complete in the next 6 months. He also indicated that the facility, which will be centered in Accra, will have the potential of accommodating corporate organizations and also offer them quality and reliable internet services. Cashew in 2013 generated about $170 million in the form of foreign exchange earnings into the economy, making it the second largest contributor to the non-traditional export crops. Acting President of Ghana Cashew Industry Association, GCIA, Winfred Osei Owusu, made this known when he was speaking at the first Ghana Cashew season launch held at Wenchi in the Bon Ahafo region.
Cashew is a significant revenue contributor that brings rapid rural transformation and development. According to the acting president of the Ghana Cashew Industry, Winfred Osei Owusu, in the Bon Ahafo region alone, there are 12 major and small-scale cashew processing factories. Speaking at the first Ghana Cashew season launch held at Wenchi in the Bon Ahafo region, Mr. Osei Owusu called on government to ensure development of the sector to a sustainable height by making cashew a more wealth creation and food security commodity. Processors have to compete with exporters for the insufficient 50,000 metric tons local production. The processors and exporters used to easily get supplements from La Côte d'Ivoire through the land borders, particularly at Sampa, but the Ivorian authorities have banned importation of the commodity via the medium, causing hard times for the industry. Mr. Ose Owusu lamented the situation is a threat to the industry as it has the tendency to compel processors to move their investments to Côte d'Ivoire where there is available raw material.
We now bring you some stories across the African continent.
The Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS, has failed to sign the controversial Economic Partnership Agreement, EPA, with the European Union, EU. The expectation of a final seal to the agreement at the 44th Ordinary Session of Heads of State and Government of the ECOWAS Authority fizzled out last Saturday night after West Africa's economic powerhouse, Nigeria, raised issues with the agreement. A communiqué issued at the end of the ECOWAS meeting in Yamoussoukro, Côte d'Ivoire, said some member states, particularly Nigeria, had raised some technical issues about the agreement, compelling the heads of state and government to shelve the signing of the EPA. According to the communiqué, even though the heads of state and government reaffirmed their strong commitment to the agreement and endorsed its conclusion in principle, they still felt there was the need to iron out the outstanding technical issues. We move to Nigeria, where another round of fuel scarcity is looming following plans by the leadership of the Independent Marketers Association of Nigeria, IPMAN, to shut its over 10,000 fuel stations across the country in protest of the closure of NIPCO, a subsidiary of IPMAN, due to ongoing leadership tussle rocking the Nigerian Union of Petroleum and Natural Gas Workers, NUPENG. The crisis began following a court ruling declaring Chief Lawson Obasi, former zonal chairman of IPMAN Southeast Region, as president of the association. But the current IPMAN president, Aminu Abdul Kadir, maintains that the association remains an indivisible entity, adding that anybody who claims to be a leader besides the elected officials is going against a court order which has not yet been vacated. In an interview, Abdul Kadir maintained that the involvement by NUPENG in the operations of NIPCO was unlawful and against the industry's best practice. He said NUPENG's actions will further push the nation into a serious fuel scarcity, adding that all the 36 state chapters of the association had been directed to close down their operations this week if NUPENG failed to reserve its stand on the issue.
That's it for business stories. We take a quick look at the closing headlines. BTA finds out how some innovative and young entrepreneurs are working hard to promote Ghanaian textile designs. The Electricity Company of Ghana, ECG, owes the Ghana Grid Company Limited, GridCo, in excess of 160 million Ghana cedis. And finally, the Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS, has failed to sign the controversial Economic Partnership Agreement, EPA, with the European Union, EU. You can always send us your comments and suggestions to the following addresses on your screen. That's it for Business Stories on Business Television Africa. My name is Anna Maria Nyame. Thanks for watching.